Okay guys, what you see here is a Supreme wooden housing hugger ceiling fan. Now this one is the model Mark X. Now it says on the tag Mark X Flush, and I don't know if Flush was the model name that they had for these or if that was just kind of what they designated it by the tag, that it was like a flush mount fan, but either way that's kind of what I'm going with, is that that's what it was called. So this is a kind of a unique one. It's most similar to that Mark III, I think. Yeah, Mark III Emperor Hugger that I have. But it's got the same cast-aluminium spinner motor as both that one and that Victorian copy, the Mark VI that I got recently. And speaking of the Mark VI, I actually got this one from the exact same salvage store that I got that one from. So I don't know what it is about that salvage store and having weird, obscure Supremes, but this came from there as well. And I got this one today. If you saw the last video I uploaded of the fans in the salvage store, you saw this one around like the very end. But you may have noticed that that it had different shades in that video. That's because for some reason it only had 3 of the shades, the original shades that it came with, which matched the center globe. Now I have 3 of those right here. This is what they look like. They have these like cherry blossom design on them. They're actually really pretty. And I wish I had all 4 of them because I do really like this design, but at least I have 3 of them in the center shade. So, yeah, and then so I just put tulip shades on the outside. Yeah. So, other characteristics. It has antique brass, um, I guess, sideband, nose, light kit, and blade arms. It has filigree on the sideband, as you can see, but it's like enlarged. It's really weird. And it has the same exact blade arms, or at least like the same exact design as the Mark VI Victorian copy. And it also has stencil blades just like that one as well. So yeah, and it also, like that one and the Emperor Hugger, has the 3-speed click knob speed control, which you can see right there on the front of the nose. It also has a pull chain, which, if you remember, like most Supremes, functions as a 3-way pull chain to both turn the fan and the light on, because there's no separate light wire, so they relied on the pull chain to change between the fan and the light kit. So yeah, it's made by Firebird. I don't know if I mentioned that. Supreme, their OEM was Firebird. And now I'll show it to you up close later, but the actual like faceplate, it is made of wood. However, it's not like, it doesn't look like that, like it does on the front. It's actually like made of like some sort of, I'm not sure if it's actual wood or if it's like a fibrous material. It definitely feels like wood. But the wood grain pattern you see on there is actually just a cutout piece of vinyl, like the fake vinyl wood grain stuff that they used in like the 70s and 80s and everything. It's just that, so it's not, it's kind of like real wood, but like they cheated a little bit. It doesn't look too bad. I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm going to demonstrate the light kit now. Now it came with this pull chain extension that's got a little cat on it. It's actually pretty cute. I'll show it to you up close later. So there it is with the light kit on. Now this is a 5-arm light kit, and it's not 3-way, it's just all on or all off. And there's one light bulb that's original, or that came with the fan, the CFL and the center globe. The rest of them I put in incandescents. And now I'm going to start the fan up on high. And I have it, I have the 3-speed knob set to high, and the way that the pull chain sequence goes is it's going to turn the fan on next with the light, and then it'll have just the fan on. So there's a fan and the light, and there's just the fan. So let's see what high does. Oops. Just fix the camera here a little bit better. That's better. So, performance-wise, it's a decent air mover. It's quite powerful, actually. Now, it is making a little bit of bearing noise. That's because when I got it, it did make dry bearing noise, like the grinding. So I did oil it. It was the top bearing that was causing the trouble. So I like flooded it with Zoom Spout and quieted down, but it's making the wet bearing noise now, but I'm not too concerned about that as long as it's not grinding anymore. So high speed is kicking up the air. Let's see. Whoa, medium. That's one thing I don't like about how they've designed that 3-speed click knob is it's so close to those moving blade arms. Your finger can get caught in there. So I think if I remember correctly, these oftentimes have slow medium speeds. And this one is going to be no exception. It's still moving a good amount of air for the speed, and it's actually pretty quiet now that it's slowed down. Okay. Down below. And these also don't have the slowest of lows either, I've noticed. But this one actually doesn't seem like it's that bad. So that is low speed. I'm feeling a little bit of a breeze from it still. It's a functional low. Turn it back up to high. And spin down. Bearing's a little stiff. Not terrible, but probably could use a little bit more oil, honestly. Definitely not as long as that Hampton Bay I tested last. But I'm gonna flip it to reverse and turn the control down to low. And now start it up on low in reverse. Okay, I think that's just about up to speed. going just a bit slower, actually. Okay. Medium. And high. A little bit of wobble. There wasn't any wobbling forward. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Up close view time. So, first of all, the light kit with this really pretty cherry blossom pattern on the shade. And then these 4 tulip shades aren't original, of course, which I mentioned. 3-speed click knob speed control. And then the reverse switch. Now, I did find something interesting on this one about the reverse switch, is that this one, it does have that air pointing with the arrow pointing downward symbol that Supreme used for pretty much every single one of their fans. However, this one's is a sticker that's printed in ink and stuck on there. On most of them, let me see, is that Supreme Mark 6 is right here. Most of them. Oh, this one has it too. I didn't even notice that. Alright, well, most of them it's engraved onto the nose, actually, instead of being a label stuck on. Let me see. I don't think I have another Supreme. Unless this one? Well, this one doesn't even say it. This one's much older. Oh, no, it does. Right there. Like that. It's just off kilter for some reason. But it's normally like that, where it's like engraved into the actual metal. So yeah, I didn't even notice that with the Mark 6. Yeah, that's a little sticker there for the reverse switch. Your speed control and the pull chain, of course. This one's light kit also has a pull chain itself. And like I said, these blade arms are the exact same as that one. Well, except for being antique brass versus polished brass, but the screw hole is the exact same, being opposite, like the 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top, rather than 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. And then these stencil blades you can't really see because the blades themselves are kind of dark, but the stenciling is like a generic stencil pattern. It's still very nice. I like it. And this wood, it is real wood, but like I said, in some places you can see where is it? Really bad. Oh, right here. You can see on the vent holes there how the vinyl's kind of like peeling up or peeling off around the vent. So yeah, but I mean, if you don't look too close at it, you can't really tell the difference. It looks like real wood, but it's very cool design, and I like those big vent holes too. And then there's that filigree on the side, that enlarged filigree. Now the tag is actually on top of the motor itself, and I can show it to you because the housing is open up here. Oh, it's this way. Okay, not sure how well you're going to be able to see this. I might need to get another light. Okay, this might work. Yes. There we go. So you can see Supreme Fan Mark 10 Flush, and it's model JCSJWF-52. I have no idea what all those letters stand for. And this one, like most of the other ones I've seen, is listed for 220 RPMs on high and 45 on low. I think that was like the standard for Supreme. 115 volts, 50-60 hertz. I can't really even read the serial number there. Made in Taiwan. Yeah, pretty cool. So, I think that is all I have to offer for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.